Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your June 2019 Astrology 33 bonus love reading. Normally this is the reading I do for the sign whose video from the previous month had the most likes, views, and new subscribers, but this month I decided to do it for all the signs so you guys can see what this spread is about. And also, before I forget, for those of you who want to book a personal reading with me, follow me on Instagram or donate to the channel. You can check out the description of the video for more info on that. Alright, so the first thing you guys will notice that's different from this spread than the normal spread that I do is there's two different tarot decks that I'm using for starters. So on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And then the spread itself is different as well. So basically the three cards on this side are meant to represent your energy. The cards on this side are meant to represent your main love interest energy. And, you know, this is a general reading too, so as we're going through the spread, if you feel like this sounds more like your energy, this sounds more like the other person's energy, then definitely ride with that. But the general meanings of the positions is these would be the past energies brought by each of you, the present energies, and then the future energies, alright? And then after we get through the main spread, we'll try to pull some oracle cards to see if there's any additional insight to be added from them, and that's where the bridging the gap aspect comes into play. Alright, so we'll get started with the first card, which is the past energy on your side, and that's the Eight of Coins in reverse. So I will put in the upright while we talk about it anyway. It's less distracting that way. But yeah, so the Eight of Coins, this is technically a Virgo energy, and is, you know, there hasn't really been anything going on in Virgo lately. But to me what this represents is this could just be saying that you weren't really putting work into the connection. Now, there's many reasons why that could be the case. You know, until recently, Mars was in your sixth house for a long time, so that could have really just, you know, had you focusing more on your day-to-day routine, your work life, you know, as opposed to your romance. So that could be part of what was going on there. And if that's the case, you know, now it is in your seventh house, so maybe you'll be putting more energy towards your love life now, and then Venus will be there in your fifth house for a while too, so you know that could help with romance as well. But yeah, to me with this card in the reverse, it just shows that you weren't really putting any work in towards the connection. Alright, and then the past energy on their side is actually the Emperor. So, you know, this is actually the major arcana card for Aries, so some of you could be dealing with an Aries. But this could just be saying, you know, if you think about the Emperor energy too, you know, they're very much a take charge kind of person. So maybe that's what it was, you know, maybe you were letting them do all the work. But another way it could play out too is they could also be a bit stubborn too. So they might feel like, you know, they're accustomed to getting their way, basically, is another way you could look at the Emperor energy. So, you know, maybe you guys was just butting heads in that regard and, you know, in the past energy. So therefore, you were like, I'm not putting any work into it, and then they weren't ready to get up off their throne to do anything either. So, you know, at least in the past, it looks like you guys might have been in a bit of a stalemate in that regard. Alright, and the present energy on your side, we definitely see an improvement of the energy there. We have the Three of Cups. So I know a lot of people with love readings, they tend to jump to third-party dynamics when they see this card, but that's not what I'm getting at all with these cards. Really what I feel like this is saying is this could just be you reconnecting with friends, for example. That's one way that this could be playing out. You know, we basically just had a full moon in Scorpio, which is your 11th house of friendships. So, you know, maybe that actually brought some people back around that you maybe hadn't seen in a while, right? Maybe there was something going on in their lives, and maybe you guys were celebrating that. But overall, this is a pretty celebratory vibe with this card. And it could have even been, you know, with, like I said, the fact that you had Mars in your house of day-to-day routines and work for a while. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe you're really plugging away at some kind of work project, and now you actually are done with that, and now you're actually able to get out, reconnect with friends, maybe go out and party a little bit, right? And of course, the other way this could be playing out too is, you know, I wouldn't necessarily pin this as a playing hard to get dynamic, but maybe because of the fact that you guys were kind of at a stalemate in the past, maybe you just decided, you know what, I'm going to go out, do my own thing, live my life. I'm not really going to worry about what they're doing, you know, so kind of just taking back your independence in that regard and just getting out having fun. All right, on their side for the present energy, we have the Knave of Pentacles. So this is the equivalent of the Page of Pentacles. So one way this could be playing out is to say that, you know, maybe they're coming towards you with a bit more of a stable mindset. Now, you know, I don't necessarily condone the playing hard to get stuff. It could be annoying for adults to do that, but you know, if you withdrawing was your intention was to get them to, you know, come toward you a bit more, this could be a good sign in that regard. As far as, you know, if you think about coming down from the Emperor energy to the Knave of Pentacles, right, it could just be saying, all right, they brought their stuff down a few steps to you know, try to come at you with something a bit more reasonable. So this is usually an offer of stability, but it's usually not the smoothest offer either. You know what I mean? To me, with the Page energies, I always view them as that 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So, you know, they just might make you an offer, but maybe it's, you know, still a bit sloppy, but it's well intentioned with it in the upright. So at least you know that. All right, and then in the future position for your energy, we have the Six of Staves, which is the equivalent of the Six of Wands, and we have the Princess of Coins. So what's funny to me about that is this is actually also the Page of Coins. So you guys both got the Page of Coins, but just in different positions. And then the Six of Staves is a card that represents victory. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything huge. For example, this is actually a Leo card, and the way I explain it to a lot of people is I usually view this as it could be something as simple as on your birthday, everyone wishes you happy birthday, right? And maybe they go out and celebrate with you, like we were saying with the Three of Cups energy. So, especially let's say the energy's flipped here, you know, you could be dealing with someone whose birthday's coming up soon if this is actually your energy. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing there. But to me, the fact that you have the Princess of Coins here, this could just be saying that more or less that was what your goal was anyway, meaning that, you know, they're coming at you with that Page of Pentacles energy, and now in the future you're in that energy too, which could be saying that you're celebrating the fact that you wanted them to come towards you with this kind of energy anyway, right? Maybe a little bit more humble, and also just, you know, actually making you a bit more of a concrete offer, right? Something that, you know, you could rely on, as opposed to, let's say, an Emperor energy, right? An Emperor likes to conquer, so okay, they might get what they want from you and move on to the next thing, right? So maybe that's what you were like, okay, I don't want to get played by this person, so I'm going to fall back and, you know, see what they're about, see if they're actually going to offer me something a bit more stable, or if they're just trying to, you know, get something more casual. Another thing that's interesting too is the energy at the bottom of the deck on their side is actually the Three of Cups as well. So there's two cards you technically have from both spreads. You have the Three of Cups on your side, and the present, they have the Three of Cups at the bottom of their deck. And you have the Page of Coins on your side. In the future, they have Page of Coins in the present. So you guys are definitely picking up on similar vibes there, even if you want to say in the past, even though these are very different cards, but in the past that neither of you were putting in effort too, you could look at that as some similarities as well. But yeah, you know, Three of Cups, and then actually beneath that, I'm not going to go through the bottom of the deck forever, but we actually have the Ten of Cups underneath that as well, so pretty good sign there. Especially for those of you who are a bit worried about the Three of Cups representing third-party stuff, the fact that the 10 is right under it definitely looks like a good sign. And then on your side, at the bottom of the deck, you guys actually have the Fertility card. So this is the equivalent to the Empress. So I always like to give this warning with the Empress in general, but especially more so even with this deck, because you could see in the artwork, she's clearly pregnant there. So just something to keep in mind if you guys aren't trying to get pregnant. There goes a warning for you. And for those of you who are, you know, maybe you guys want to put a little bit more effort into it this month. And some of you, that could even be what you end up finding out. You know, maybe that's what you guys end up celebrating. You find out that you're pregnant, and, you know, then maybe that's what gets you guys back on the same page again too. Like, all right, this petty stuff isn't working. Let's get a little bit more serious, right? But obviously that's not going to be for everyone. But yeah, This could just also point to you taking on that Empress energy, right? They're coming at you with the Emperor energy in the past. So you're like, okay, well, I'm going to mirror them, right? And we do see, like I said, similar energies between the two of you with the duplicate cards. So maybe that was just you mirroring them, like, okay, well, if that's the level they want to be at, then that's where I'm gonna take it as well. So that could be how that's playing out. But overall, it definitely looks like things improved between the two of you, regardless of exactly what was going on here in the past. It doesn't seem like it was productive, regardless, but it does look like there's improvement as we go through the month. All right, now we'll try to pull some oracle cards, see if we can get some additional messages going for you. So the first deck I'm going to try to pull a couple cards from is from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck that I have here. So what I try to do, I do pre-shuffle all of my decks before we start recording, but what I'll try to do here is just shuffle for a bit and see if I get any cards as far as additional messages from you towards them. And this deck, they have pretty straightforward messages, just about a sentence or so, so it's not going to be anything too crazy, but I do like to shuffle for a bit with these spreads and see, okay, is there anything, left unsaid from you towards them? And then after that, we'll see if there's anything from them towards you as well. So, and I also don't force it either, especially this is just a general reading. So, looks like we did get one. Hold on. And we'll see now if we get one from them towards you. All right. I will say, looking at your card, it does make some sense and maybe gives a little bit more insight to what was going on in the past. And I think we kind of covered that too when I was just talking through the energies. But let me see, like I said, if we get anything from them towards you. And again, like I said, if you felt as we were going through the spread that your energy was more the cards on the right and the other person was on the left, then trust that as well. But, as I'm talking through it, I'll go off the assumption the left is you and the right is the other person. All right, nothing coming up here, but I'll give it a couple more shuffles and see. All right, nothing coming up there. That's fine. We'll just wrap up there. So the card that came up from your side as far as an unspoken message towards them says, your intensity frightens and allures me all at the same time. So that could be what was going on there. Like I did mention to you, that one way the Emperor energy could play out is maybe, they were coming off a bit too aggressive. Like I said, you might have been worried that, okay, are they going to try to, just maybe use you for sex and then keep it moving, right? So maybe that's why you pulled back to see, okay, are they going to come towards me with something more stable? But obviously the attraction was there, right? It looks like things move forward. So maybe that's what was going on. Maybe that's why you were playing it the way you were, trying to keep it cool to see, okay, are they for real or are they just trying to get one thing and keep it moving, right? So that could be the reason why you were pulling back in that regard. So hopefully that resonates for some of you. All right, and then the next deck, we'll try to pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And this is, for those of you who do watch my general readings, this is one of the Oracle decks I've been using from day one for those spreads. So probably familiar with this deck by now. But yeah, we'll just pull one card from here and see, what overall messages this has for your spread, and we'll wrap up. Looks like a pretty good reading. Like I said, looks like in the past, neither of you really putting in any work. But it does look like there's improvement as the month goes along. Which makes sense too. I mean, now you have Mars in your opposite sign, so, that could help bring a little bit more passion into your love life and just have you put more energy into it as well. I think Mercury will end up there soon too. So that could get you guys communicating as well. So obviously that helps with relationships too. give this a few more shuffles, see if we get a card. I'll be a little more patient with this deck than with the other one, just because, you know, quite a few messages come up with these cards, so it could be a bit more important. Alright, finally got one. It says deep knowing. So, hold on, let me put that in the camera for you guys. So, there's the artwork for it, and it's number 43, in case that number has any significance for you. Alright, let's see what the messages say for that card. It says intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, hypersensitivity. The oracle's message: intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You are given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. So, you know, I don't necessarily see anything in this spread that calls out to that message there too hard, but I will say, you know, you guys, you know, basically towards the, well, say towards the middle of June, let's say, there will be a full moon in your 12th house. So maybe that'll bring some stuff to light for you as well. And maybe that'll help shift gears in that regard. All right, and then the relationship message itself says there are occasions when you just know, deep in your heart and soul, that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. So, like I said, this is the first spread that I've seen like this where, and that's why I do like to use two different decks for this, since it is specifically a love reading, so we can see, all right, are they bringing the same energies? Like I said, you had the Three of Cups on your side, Three of Cups on their side at the bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles energy here in the present, Page of Pentacles beneath that Six of Staves for you in the future. So there's definitely some similar energies you guys have going on, and then we could even say, like I said, the Empress energy at the bottom of the deck on your side, Emperor on theirs. So, you know, like I said, maybe if anything, it could have just been their approach that might have made you feel a little bit iffy in the past energy, but it looks like that does smoothed out, and maybe that's what helps you to trust them a little bit more and feel a little bit more comfortable in their energy. All right, but we'll wrap up there, guys, and I'll see you all next month. Bye.